Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, and today we'll be checking out Among the Sleep. This is a first-person horror adventure game that is played from the perspective of a 2-year-old. The game is being developed by Krillbyte Studio. It's currently going through its Kickstarter, and it's meant to mix the children perspective and imagination with the surreal nature of dreams. So it's supposed to sort of be this really scary atmospheric game that's played from the perspective of a 2-year-old. As you can see, we're starting off here with just some craziness going on. Teddy was just pulled out of the room by some otherworldly spirit, and now we're actually going to be tossed from our crib. It's rather frightening, to be honest. So what I want to do here in this video is show you some gameplay. We're actually currently looking at the public alpha version of this game. Now this has just gone up on the Kickstarter page for Among the Sleep, so if you'd like to play the public alpha yourself, you can go ahead and do so. Or you can just hang out here with me and I'll go ahead and go through some of the basics of the game. Now I just want to start off by saying what an interesting concept. There have been plenty of games like this where you're going through this kind of spooky world and it's sort of based off of jump scares or things of that nature. But to do it from the perspective of a child, I think it really adds another level of freakiness, to be honest with you, to be playing as a little kid walking around this world that's obviously much larger than the perspective you would normally be viewing it from. You know, if I was just in this room as an adult standing up at a much higher position, I don't think it'd be nearly as spooky, but I think this really definitely adds a layer to the scary factor of this game. So let's talk about the movement here. You're moving around just with WASD. There's two states in which you can move. There's a crawl, which I'm currently doing here, but with left control I can actually go up into standing. Now when walking, you're a 2-year-old, so trying to walk on your two legs is a little bit slower than what you would get from crawling. However, while walking on your two legs, you can actually also sprint. Now you're only going to be able to do that for a short amount of time because you're not very coordinated. So eventually, after sprinting for a short distance, you will fall back to the crawl position. So that is how the general movement works, and beyond that, you're able to interact with the world by essentially mousing over any object and clicking and dragging it. So this is how you open up doors, this is how you interact with shelves, and this is how you move objects within the world. Now, just playing through the alpha, I really haven't noticed too much of a use coming from this, other than being able to open up drawers like this and climb up on top of them, which you can do here, which allows me to get, say, this walkie-talkie and put it in there. But in terms of, actually having an effect in the world, there really hasn't been much of that yet. Maybe I'm assuming it's just because this is the alpha. Eventually they'll add some more functionality rather than just being able to pick up and move these things. So let's go ahead and foray out of our room and try to figure out what's happened to Teddy and what is going on here in this world. We can pick up this little thing, I think. This little funny dude. I could put it up there if I wanted to. It's kind of funny. You know what I am wondering, though? I didn't actually see this in my last playthrough. I wonder if we can interact with the lights at all. It doesn't look like you can. I was sort of hoping you'd be able to turn off the lights. But again, as you can see, you can pull out these shelves and walk on top of things as a result. And I could also move this toy here to the ground. And I think you can move some of these books as well. Yeah, I can pretty much move all these toys and just throw them on the ground. Now, again, other than just picking up and moving these objects, I haven't found much of a use besides that. So let's go ahead and move out. We're going to move into the crawl position. This is a much more quick way to get around the environment. This game does have a puzzle-solving aspect to it, so let's actually go ahead and climb onto this box here and see, is there anything that we can do? Oh, am I not able to climb onto this one? I guess not. You're able to climb onto a lot of things, like I'll be able to climb onto this chair here. Now, standing on the chair in the middle of the room doesn't do me much, but as a child would, why don't we actually just take this and drag it to the door? That way, we can open it, because without this, we wouldn't be able to reach that door handle. So now we're able to reach the door handle, pull it open, and continue moving through. And then next, coming up here on the right, we have got the laundromat. So why don't we open the door and make our way in here? Well, that's kind of freaky, huh? And what's that noise? Do you guys hear that? That's a little freaky. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and pull out the plug here so that we're able to open up the washer. And oh no! There it is. Our good friend Teddy. Apparently, someone threw him in the... Someone threw him in the washer. Kind of creepy that Teddy talks to you, but again, this is from a child's perspective, and you know, children speak to imaginary objects, so I guess it makes sense that given that that's the perspective you're playing this game, that the Teddy would talk to you. Now, Teddy does a few things. He's acting as sort of a guide here on this adventure, but he also is able to illuminate a room for you. So we're going to go ahead and crawl on over into the next room. You can see Teddy on my back there in the shadows. That's a little spooky. So if we were to walk into this corner, you know, normally without any light, it's sort of difficult to see. But since Teddy brings us comfort, by hitting G, we're able to pull Teddy out and bring him to our chest here, and that's going to sort of illuminate a little bit around you. Very cool feature. You know, again, you would normally, in a game like this, you would normally have some sort of a light source, be it a lamp or a flashlight. Well, since you're a 2-year-old, you're not going to carry around either of those two things, but you will carry around your Teddy, and since Teddy brings you comfort, it would make sense that he would illuminate the area. So as you can see here, we can go ahead and open up these. And again, I'm just clicking left mouse button and then pulling to the left here, and then I can pull to the right to close it. I know it's kind of difficult to see here, but I can't do that with Teddy out. It needs to be one or the other. I'm not able to do them both at the same time. Which is another interesting component of this game. Because of the way that you hold Teddy, you're not able to have a flashlight out at the same time. What's essentially a flashlight, you're not able to have a flashlight out at the same time as you are interacting with the environment. So again, because of the perspective, it adds another interesting element to the game. Whole lot of cupboards here, and you're able to sort of go into those and close them. So if, say, you were being chased by some sort of spooky monster, well, potentially you could hide in the closet. Alright, back to the crawl position here. Make our way under the table, past Father's pipe. The tobacco pipe that he left on the ground. Father, it's a bad habit, you should kick it. And we'll continue moving into the... Oh, okay. Looks like it is a thunderstorm outside. Getting a bit of rain. So the atmosphere created in this game, I think, is just fantastic. Again, the perspective, I really like that this is from the perspective of a child. I really think it adds a really interesting element. Now, in terms of graphically, you know, the game, the atmosphere looks quite nice. What was that? Unfortunately, looking at things like outside, you can see it's sort of really not the greatest looking in terms of the tree art and things like that. I know it's sort of nitpicking, but again, this is an alpha. This is being developed by a very small studio, and this is their first game. And they're not even asking for a lot on their Kickstarter. Typically, you're looking at Kickstarters at $500,000 to $1 million plus. This Kickstarter is actually only asking for $200,000 to make the game, and they're very close to that goal, so, which I'm really happy about, because I think this is, once again, a very cool concept. A very interesting take on the horror adventure genre. And all sorts of shenanigans have taken place here in the kitchen. Oh man, Mom is so going to blame me for this. Look, obviously she's gonna think it was me. The bottle's out, all the milk is gone. Oh, we got, what's this, takeout or something? Can I actually climb in here? That'd be kind of funny. It doesn't look like I can. It is raining outside. Let's go ahead and close this door. I don't want to waste my parents' electricity. I mean, I'm already going to be blamed for the milk on the ground. Might as well try to do good. And so this is really awesome about this game as well. You can pull out almost every single drawer in the environment, which will allow you to then climb onto the countertops. Obviously, as I say that, I am unable to climb onto this countertop, but I can move these objects. I just hope that once they continue to add to this game, and once it goes from, you know, its current state of just alpha into the beta and full release, I really do hope that there's a point to interacting with these objects other than just throwing them on the ground, because that really doesn't do much at all. And I'm going to be really excited to see the mechanic of using these cupboards as hiding spots to get away from whatever terrible things will be coming towards you. Whatever terrible creature will be chasing you. And I know so far we really haven't seen much of that, but yes, there is a element of supernatural in this game that will be taking place. And you'll get to see a little bit of that before the time is done here. Alright, well there is evidently not a lot to do up here, so we'll go ahead and drop down. There doesn't appear to be a health system at all. I would imagine that that fall would probably almost kill a child, but trying to do that on 2 legs. Remember, he's 2 years old. That might kill a 2-year-old. So maybe it'd be good to have some sort of a health system, but I don't know if that's necessarily what this sort of game is all about anyway, so. Open up the door. What is around the corner? Besides some jagged shadows. Anything else? I don't know. I think this door leads outside. Doesn't look like we can interact with that one, though. And I don't know what that noise was, but it's rather spooky. Lots of ambient noise. Ambient. The fact that this is all taking place during a thunderstorm makes it that much more freaky. Let's go ahead and move now into the next room. Can't see much. Let's pull out Teddy. And this appears to be Father's study. I do not know what that noise was, where it came from, or how it happened. So we're just gonna keep moving to the next room. Holy heck. And I'm gonna shut the door behind me, because I don't want anyone chasing me. Alright, looks like this is the closet here. Is that Mother? Must be Mother sleeping. Alright, well I can't get in there. Let's see what we can do. Pull out the drawers here. Pull out this drawer as well. I can throw the shoes on the ground. Boy, oh boy, there's a lot of shoes that look almost identical. There's even neon shoes. Did you see that glow? Oh man, that's exciting. That's for the party. And I'm walking on a keyboard and some underpants. Oh man. Let's grab this door handle. Mom, I saw something, kind of freaked me out a little bit. Can you wake up please, Mother? What? Oh! No! What is that? Oh no, guys, did you... Someone was at the door. Let me hide in here real quick. Got some sort of an object here. Look at this. Look at this, what is this? It's like some sort of a little pipe. Very interesting, very spooky. Very spooky indeed. And this was actually where we were before, but oh my. This is the hallway that we were in before. That's the door outside. That's the kitchen to the left, and this is where we went before, but look at all these boxes that are here now. What could have brought that? I don't know. Kind of a little bit freaky though. And if you guys listen closely, There appears to be some sort of a humming in the distance. What is it, though? Okay. What the heck was that? That, my friends, was the first jump scare in the alpha. And also the last. And as we continue to make our way through, we will be introduced to the otherworldly aspect of this game, in which we quite literally go to another world. So that is that, guys. This has been a look at Among the Sleep. We are wrapping it up right here. About to go into a very strange place that's not our house. I know we're walking into the basement right now, but things are just about to get a little bit freaky. So, this once again is Among the Sleep, the first-person horror adventure game played from the perspective of a 2-year-old. Game is being developed by Krillbite Studio, currently going through Kickstarter. They've set a goal of $200,000. They are 2,000 short of that, and they've got 3 days to go. Needless to say, I fully expect them to actually reach that goal. Only $2,000 in 3 days of 200,000, completely manageable. And I assume that they will get it without much of a problem. So if you like what you've seen so far, I suggest going over to the Kickstarter page. You can actually play through the alpha that you just saw me play through. The download is available right over there. I believe they do have it for PC and Mac. And yeah, you can check out the game. Also, if you're interested in supporting the development of this game, $15 going towards the Kickstarter will get you a digital copy of the game, and then they've got additional tiers after that, which will get you more benefits as well. I believe they'll give access to the alpha and all sorts of things like that. The future coming alpha besides this public alpha here. Alright guys, so thank you so much for joining me. Once again, this has been Force checking out Among the Sleep, currently in public alpha. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning. I think this game is cool. Pretty neat. I'm coming, Teddy.